Good morning and welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago. Get ready for an epic, extraordinary musical journey in beauty and adventure as the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Philharmonic features and performs the music of several famous British composers. Joining us this morning, we have ladies first, Erica Wright. She plays the viola. We also have Mark Andrews Eli. He's a violinist. And we have Janazi Kopin. He actually plays the French horn. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So my first question goes to Mr. Kopin, correct? How has the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Philharmonic over the years?
Well, we're currently approaching 20 years and it started off as a simple chamber group with strings alone. And over time, with the incorporation of new secondary schools, it's developed into this large classical orchestra that it is now.
Okay.
So we've had the introduction of some wind and brass instruments, as well as some percussion instruments, and even a larger string section. So.
All right. And Mr. Eli, the epic, extraordinary musical, what is it all about? What can we expect?
Well, as the title says, Classics Rule, Movies Rock, the sequel. In our first half, we are featuring classical music by famous British composers such as Purcell, Edward Elgar, and Gustav Holst. And in the second half, we have lighter forms of music featuring famous movie themes from people's favorite movies, Marvel movies such as The Avengers, Captain America, as well as other movie themes, Narnia and whatnot, for the lighter forms of music that people enjoy.
Okay, and do you think it's something that people will be particularly interested in?
Yes, I know a lot of people flock to movies to watch movies like Black Panther. You know, it's a big social media hype, everything like that. So I believe people will enjoy the second half of this concert.
And Ms. Erica Wright, how many concerts can we expect and where and when?
There are 2 concerts left in the year. This concert, Classic Rule, Movies Rock, the sequel, and also a Motown 80s concert in October.
All right, so what would have gone into putting something like this together, Mr. Kopin?
Oh my goodness. Hours of hard work and dedication.
Hours.
I mean, we do these concerts on average 3 times a year, and it takes a lot out of those who are planning, those who are practicing, and well, to get the tickets out there and to get the entire production together. Under the leadership of Mr. Kenneth Listrop, we do a lot of work. We try to incorporate as many different genres as possible, just to, as well as maintaining that classical vibe, just to facilitate the growing market and appreciation of classical music in Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, now you mentioned that it's quite hectic. It's a lot of hours in terms of practice and preparation. First of all, how have you been able to balance everything? I'm sure as a student or you have a job elsewhere. How is it for you?
Well, I mean, personally, I haven't found much of an issue in balancing it because I put my music at a level, as the same level as my schoolwork. I know a lot of people in this country wouldn't really see it that way, but if you understand that the discipline that music affords you is not a discipline you'll find in many other aspects of life. So when I put it first, it helps me. When I'm a student at USC in my 3rd year, the discipline that I get from music, it relates to the discipline that I want to exhibit when in school with my studies. So it goes hand in hand. When I practice and have that discipline and the dedication and the concentration, the hours I put to practicing, I can then go take a rest, go and study. So
it's a benefit.
It is a benefit.
Do you share that exact sentiment?
Music is not really like a job. It's a passion.
True.
It's a love. It's a dream come true.
True.
When we play and when we play together, it's like magic. It's magic. And finding time to do this, you really have to be dedicated and loving. You have to love what you do. I mean, I attend Bishop Anstey High School East, and I'm in Form 4 going into Form 5. And it has not been easy attending classes and rehearsals. But once you have that love, you will find a way.
Mr. Kopin, is this something that you always wanted to do?
It has been. Actually, though, regrettably, actually not regrettably, I was at a crossroads about 4 years ago because I studied music all my life and it was a choice between music and law. And I chose law, but I still make sure that music is a major part of it. I just graduated from the Queen Mary University of London, and I made it my business to be part of that university's orchestra. I was on the Music Society, actually. I also played for the medical school's orchestra, as well as a couple borough orchestras over there. So I make sure that music is still a major part of my life. Yeah.
What role do you see music playing in your future, even career-wise, perhaps?
Well, I mean, the thought has crossed my mind many, many times as to what I wanted to be music-wise. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to push my level of skill as a violinist every day. I mean, I try to practice every day. I've been achieving that. But as for my future, I hope to maybe one day be a professional violinist, try to promote classical music and the appreciation and love for it in this country. I mean, that's easier said than done.
What about your career? Do you see music playing a role in that?
I've just started music. I've only been playing about 2 years in November. And my mentor, Mr. Kenneth Listrop, he has been like a father to me, and he has really pushed me, and he has done nothing but believed in me. And my dream for the future is to become the next Kenneth Listrop and direct the next CTYP and be the next leader.
Yes, and we believe that you can do that.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that there was a workshop in instrumental technique for orchestral.
Yes.
What was that all about? What was the experience?
Well, the experience, as I put it, it was humbling and enlightening at the same time. Well, the workshop featured tutors that came across from Venezuela, which was sponsored by Atlantic, right? As a violinist, we've been taught by Himath Jahur, right? He's a violinist who's been playing violin for about 48 years, I believe. And when he came and he taught us, as simple as holding my violin in a very awkward manner, I didn't realize all the time in practicing that it was just a little bit off. So the technique workshop really helped a lot of us, not only violinists, but the French hornists, the violists, everybody, to uplift the standard in which we play, which is a good thing.
Yes. So it helped to kind of sharpen and polish some of the techniques that you all would have had before.
Yes, at time there were 11 tutors, I believe, a tutor for each instrument. That it wasn't possible without the generous help of Atlantic and NGC.
Yes.
Is it the first time that a workshop like this was held? It
Yes.
was.
An technique workshop.
Instrumentation.
We have a
You usually
music
have
workshop
workshop.
every year for 3 weeks, but this year it was 4 weeks because of the instrumental workshop before.
Yes.
How many people would have attended this particular workshop?
I would say in excess of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100
I would
students.
also, yeah.
Around there.
How do you become part of the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Philharmonic?
Well, you can just call 751-6297, 751-6297, and we have every instrument from strings to percussion. That's string, woodwind, brass, and percussion.
Okay.
And it's very easy to start.
So just remind us, when are these concerts being held? What time and where?
The Movies concert, Classics Rule, Movies Rock, the sequel, is on Sunday the 26th and Saturday the 25th at Queen's Hall, this Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday it will be from 7:30 p.m. and on Sunday it will be from 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
It will be very amazing, fun, and it's for all ages.
All ages, yeah.
All ages.
All ages,
The
I
first
understand.
half is classical music.
All right, and you have something
Yes.
there to hold up.
Classical music for ages, for the older folks. And then the second half is for persons younger, my age, the youth,
Yes.
24 and under, all the Marvel and Avengers and Black Panther,
Narnia.
Narnia, it's all in there.
He's very passionate about
I'm
it.
very passionate.
What are your closing comments, Mr. Coppin?
I hope to see you all there. We've put in a lot of work and for your enjoyment, and we hope to see you all there.
And Miss Erica, what is your advice to those looking on the younger ones and even parents? Because many times you hear parents saying, well, I don't want to get them distracted from their academics. What advice do you have?
Music is seen as just a hobby, just a thing to pass your time. But there's so many advantages, so many benefits. And you should get started, do it while you're young, before it's too late, and be open-minded.
Yes.
actually find that to be a disheartening opinion.
Yes.
Because every year we at the SECO TTYP, we send away musicians to pursue international careers. This year, we're sending about 3 or 4?
5.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the past, that's the average, I believe, the average number that we send away each year to develop themselves internationally as musicians. So.
Wonderful. Mr. Eli, what are your closing comments? And is there a number to call for further information, perhaps?
Well, my closing comments would be in attending the concert, especially as Erica said that the classical music, older folks, I would say it's for everybody. Classical music is a form of music that everything builds out of. Everything that we listen to nowadays, a lot of people don't know, has its place in classical music. It came out of that. Yes, I mean, that song is exactly the same, but I'd say when you come to the concert, give it a listen, give it another try. If you may not like it as much as me or us here, give it another chance. And to call for further information, we have numbers 361-0268 or 736-1763.
And all the information will also be available on our website.
Yes.
Yes.
You're on Facebook as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Philharmonic. Buy
Great.
tickets. Lots of tickets.
What is the cost? Ticket cost?
$150 in advance and $200 by the door, I believe.
Okay. So it's a little bit more than if it were you were to buy it in advance. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck
you.
with this.
Thank you.
And it's been a pleasure chatting with you. You're very young and excited about this. Thank you so much. We've been chatting with Erica Wright, Mark Andrews, Eli, and Janazi Coppin. We take a short break. Much more when we return.